brothers are named John and Jacob.
Jingleheimer Schmidt?
I was waiting for somebody to say that, but nobody ever did.
That's a shame.
I did every time, though.
His name is my name, too. So my name is AJ.
Let's do this. Leroy Dragons!
And this is 30 and Nerdy. Cue the music. Whoa!
My name is David.
It's not my fault.
I'm Brady.
At least I have chicken.
Wow.
Awesome.
Starting off strong.
Yeah.
Like a morning zoo in here.
It's like a zoo house.
It's like an animal home where people go and look at them.
What am I drinking, folks?
Code Red.
So, today, we are talking about how important of a drummer Danny Carey is
There's still a bunch of
to the
reverb.
new metal scene. Okay, I'll kill it.
Okay.
There.
Ooh, nice and flat.
Yep.
This
Just the way Daddy likes it.
This sounds god-awful. So anyway, we're not talking about Danny Carey and how important he is to the culture of drumming within the new metal scene. But we are going to talk about cults in some way or another, at least in video game form, with Far Cry 5.
Hey-o. What are we looking for?
Applause, you dick.
How am I supposed to get that from you just staring around the apartment?
Because I'm like being crazy Hillary.
I was absolutely picking up on that. Well, I'd like to start off with, because I normally don't remember dreams. So I know we're going to talk about Far Cry 5 a little bit. But the main thing, or the first thing I would like to talk about is, because I normally don't remember my dreams, and I actually did remember part of a dream, since, I mean, it's, you know, how you really remember it in the first kind of part of the day, and then as it goes on, you just kind of slowly forget. But there was people who I don't know, but I knew in the dream, and I'm not sure. I'm going to blame Ghost for this, but I don't really know because, you know, whatever. Because I was listening to their music all day and watching their videos.
Nice.
And
So the power of Satan gave you nightmares.
apparently,
Hail Satan.
Hail, Satan!
but there was some kind of spirit or demon, something, and all these different people that I was hanging around with, like, and it wouldn't be all of us together like we are now. It'd be like me with Brady or me with AJ, and then they'd just be scrawling this name like in the dirt or on a piece of paper or something like that. I don't know. Remember, I think it started with an A and a D, and then that's it.
Asmodeus!
No, there was
Could be.
could be,
Could be.
Who knows?
That's a demon.
but
Satanus!
So there was these people would always scrawl this thing, and then somebody would always talk to me about how they saw this one person somewhere behind me, just as like a dark figure who would just be standing there kind of staring at me, never doing anything. Just so it wasn't like super scary, but it was.
Dave, I have to ask you, before you continue, did you go to the theaters and see the new Zach Baggins movie?
No.
I was thinking maybe the demon came to you through the movie.
God. I almost
It is
choked on Dr.
infecting you.
Pepper.
Is there a Zach Baggins movie?
Yeah!
Demon House.
Demon House!
Oh, I didn't know we had a movie out.
Yeah!
God, I almost became a demon, but because of death on Dr. Pepper.
I think that's how
Well,
that
no,
works, Brady.
to me it was a valid question. Did you go see this movie? Because he does say in the movie that watching this movie is inviting a demon into your body.
All right, Zach.
Well, it's Zach Baggins, bro. I'm gonna wear a really nice Flicks t-shirt and a pair of pants with a
Shiny bling bling.
shiny cross on the butt.
So what else happened?
So that was, I mean, basically that was it. It just kept on happening at different spots. And then I think I woke up about, I don't know, 2 a.m. And the last time it was dark. And it was kind of weird because this kid or this person that I was with was writing this thing and we were kicking a ball around for some reason or something along, you know, oddball dream junk.
Yeah.
And then there was, once again, the spirit was behind me, and I kind of saw it this time. So then I woke up, and like both right underneath my rib cage felt really weird.
Like in real life?
Yeah, like in real life,
Oh, man.
like it wasn't like a sleep paralysis where I couldn't move, because I could, because then I just flicked on my phone and looked through Facebook or something because I was awake. And I was like, well, I'm going to try and tire my brain out or whatever, because if I get up, then I'm just going to be up until I go to work in 5 hours. And so that was just, I mean, normally I don't remember my dream, but it was kind of freaky, but at the same time not like super scary to where you wouldn't be able to sleep again.
Just unsettling.
Just unsettling.
Yeah.
Like that there was this presence that was always behind me in my dreams or always around me, and everybody else saw it, but I never really
Could
got
be
a chance to see it.
Your subconscious dealing with stress in your life.
It could
Most
be.
definitely could be that. I mean, it's a lot better than my dreams. I keep having these dreams where I'm having orgies.
Yeah, that sounds like an awful
dogs.
dream.
Well, no, here's the thing. It's like, it's with every
are the
girl
best.
except for one that I've ever slept with my entire life. And then all the guys I know. So I just got penises and vaginas going
dude.
everywhere all over me. No, it's crazy. Like,
fuck
I
good.
have these insane sex dreams and I just can't stop them. I think it's the new medication. And I'll take crazy sex dreams over hair trigger anger issues where I was ready to snap about nothing.
Yeah.
I was like the Seinfeld of anger. It was about nothing and I was mad about
You
it.
and George Costanza.
Serenity now!
But your dream does sound like stress, like there's something behind you constantly. And you're worrying about
maybe
it.
it's because you're afraid you're not living up to your full potential.
Yeah, do you think you're a failure?
I do.
Well, there it is, folks.
Well, no, I mean,
Bag it and tag it.
Send it on and up the line.
no, but like honestly, I could definitely see that being an amalgamation of you're having something go on where it's like something's always shadowing you, but you don't know what it is, and maybe it's just because you never lived up to the potential you thought you could, or maybe
It could
it's
just be
because
an
you're
in the
stressed
moment
out.
thing, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, and yeah, like you said that you were in a pretty bad mood that day too. I don't think it was ghosts that did it. I think it was just a mixture of stressors and being just in a shit mood. Because I know when I'm in a shit mood, I have shit mood dreams.
See, I don't remember my dreams is the thing. Like, I'll sleep the
I
whole
think
entire
it's
night.
fun that it came out as like a nightmarish.
Yeah.
That might be from, like, I'm listening to taboo music.
True.
Which
Because
both my kids liked, even though, I mean, they didn't understand any of the words, but they
I love that you're indoctrinating your children to ghosts.
wanted me to dance with them while, Square Hammer was playing. They thought it was great. But I would say, I mean, I don't want this to be the David Downcast, but because I applied for a job, had the interview Monday, found out yesterday, when I had this dream, that I didn't get the position. And so, I mean, not getting the position itself I wasn't really expecting to get it, but it was between me and another person. And really annoyingly, because of my past work history, where I stepped myself down from a position that I had before, I didn't really feel comfortable taking full charge yet.
Right.
And so that was one of the questions, like, do you see yourself as a manager of X, Y, or Z in the future? And I said, I don't really know, just because I'm kind of gun-shy about it right now, because
after the experience that you had,
Yeah.
I would definitely feel kind of tense about taking on full responsibility of something again, because you got handed a shit plate at that place.
And I feel that had the person who was the store director stayed, I still probably would be there, because, I mean, he knew everything I was going in. Like, I mean, and he even did something I've never seen another store director do, where he came into my department and, like, just reworked a whole entire section by himself, which is just, you normally don't see that kind of thing. Most of them
I
tend to be
respect
hands-off.
managers that work.
Yeah, me too.
And he went to a different store, and I got a different guy who didn't really know what I was walking into and just wanted results, and wouldn't give me an assistant manager, and
Get it done, David.
yeah, and
I'll be in my
dumb.
office.
I understand,
cat
like,
videos.
number one is huge, so, yeah, they want an assistant manager there. I think every single gas station should have an assistant manager.
Yeah.
It's impossible for you to carry all that weight.
And so,
Because the
Like Star
C-stores...
Trek, you need your first mate.
Yeah, but not only that, a C-store is a hectic place to work. I worked at a truck stop, and just, like, with 2 people on an overnight shift, and it was hell, because there just wasn't enough help to go up
do everything
against...
that you need to do and
Yeah.
run the store.
It was insane. I just couldn't imagine being, like, the only solitary manager with a bunch of workers that really weren't working for you. The deck was stacked against you at that place, and so, like, I understand the reasoning of, like, why you would answer that, and I would think that your current store director would understand that as well, or the hiring manager at least.
Well, and they did, and because they asked me if I, and this is a good question to ask people, if you, especially if they know you, at the end of the interview, like if you have any questions for them, and I said, is there any reason why you wouldn't hire me for this position, or anything that's keeping you from considering me for this position? And of course, that's what they said, that I wasn't really sure if I wanted to be, which I mean, I understand their whole ideal is to promote and get people in and out, and not
Yeah.
to have just a person sitting in a spot, which, I mean, technically, I don't know. But
No, it makes
so
sense.
that going into the whole entire day of just kind of that sense of, I don't know, failure, even though I wasn't really expecting, or part of me didn't really want it. Part of me
It would have
did.
been nice.
Yeah.
It's
Felt
it's
good.
really weird how the human psyche works, where it's like, if I don't get it, it's no big deal. But then you don't get it, and then you're really fucking bummed out. And it's like,
And you start nitpicking yourself.
why does this matter so much to me? It didn't matter to. It's like when we lost the town home.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I went into a deep depression because of it. It was just because, like, I was looking at stuff realistically instead of, like, being like, let's make a jump snap decision that we can't really afford. So, I mean,
Well, it just kind of goes along with everything. Because I don't know. I always feel like I always hedge my bets. And, like, this podcast is the most far out thing that I've ever done, where we're trying to make something that may someday, become hopefully viable. But I doubt it, but I'm hoping.
I think as long as we stick with it, what it is people will start podcasts and then not finish them. They'll quit after 1 year or 2. I think what it takes is just being, doing not what we did last year, where we maybe made a few episodes here and there, instead of what we've been doing this year, where it's like a weekly upload.
Yep.
And now it seems like, yeah, we might not do it Wednesday, but Thursday we would do it. So we have some leeway, but we're still getting together weekly.
Yeah.
And so
I think...
I don't know. I just always feel like I hedge my bets, and I don't want to ever do anything, because the other thing that sometimes I just don't feel like I overthink things. So I'll go in there and I don't really understand all the ins and outs.
Right.
Like if I were to go to the gas station, and the reason that your inside percentage gross would be down is because you're carrying too much inventory, and so your purchases are higher than the money that you brought in. But when if somebody in management was to talk to me about it, it just would be like my brain just totally flies, and there's just a whiteboard with nothing on it besides you're effed.
Well, it's because...
And I'm just like, I have no clue why my numbers are bad.
It's something that we call performance anxiety. You know what the fuck you're doing when you're not thinking about it. And then when somebody forces you to think about it and asks you questions about it, you're like, Like, I completely understand how credit card amortization works. 100%. You ask me about it, I'm going to be like, so there's this thing with the money, and then...
I didn't even know that second word is a word. Amortization is not what we're trying to do to the world, make it America?
No, amortization.
Like it,
AMO.
make it immortal? Cool.
AMO.
This
AMO.
credit card will never...
So
we
essentially...
have now passed the feminine frequency for the most boring podcast.
Let me tell you about amortization. There's one guy who's like fuck yeah, he's getting into the money makes.
He's got his clear
The clear plastic
plastic hat on. He's like, fuck yeah,
finally something I care about.
I'm thinking of the College Humor's Google where he's like round 2, where he's like getting ready to unzip his pants because he Googles like boobies or something like that. And
boobies. I have no idea what you're talking about.
I don't know what you're talking about either. I'm just enjoying you like kind of jumble over. Oh, he's gonna whip his thing out. Google.
Because there's a College Humor where there's this old white guy who's kind of balding, who's Google, quote unquote, and so people walk into his office and they're like, "Is England time now?" Because all the questions you ask Google, you're asking like a quote unquote human person, and there's a kid who'll be like, "Dick, fart, butthole," and he's like, "Do your parents know what you're doing?"
Dick, fart, butthole. That's my Indian name.
I was gonna say, I think we found out Brady's alter ego online. Oh, Dick, fart, butthole. Don't deal with him. He's a fuck.
My name is Dick, fart, butthole. I don't know where this is going. Stop me before I keep going.
I mean, you're already wearing a Native American shirt, my friend.
I am.
But anyway, that was... I probably actually agree with you that it probably was something stressful that just...
I mean, I know when I'm under stress, I have weird dreams that I don't feel like they correlate with what's happening. But then if I look at it from the outside, then it's like, oh, that totally makes sense.
I had a dream last night. This is real. I was like in some armor fighting somebody, and then they like punched me in the gut, and I just stopped and looked at them, took my helmet off, and started spitting on them. It was only like what seemed like a 10-second dream, but that was it. I think it was because playing Sea of Thieves, like my first foray in, like I was 10 minutes in, and a gymongous ship rammed me, and 3 guys jumped on and killed me. I just stood there and watched them do it. I'm like, I'm not going to do anything. So I think that was my brain dealing with my...
your failure?
I'm like, don't they know how good I am at Halo, guys? Stop!
I will press A until I die.
So, now that we're done with dreams, just talk about Sea of Thieves for a second.
More than a second.
Fun.
Okay, so...
Ask your questions. Anything.
So, is it just an open world?
Yep.
And... Whoa. Thank you for that reverb there, AJ.
I've been thinking about playing with that knob the whole time.
Just keep that in. It's it's not that big an open world yet, but I'm guessing
it'll come with DLC.
Yeah, but it feels
Free.
huge. You just get on a boat, you get missions to do, and you go get gold, and then you sell it.
Now,
here's the beauty of the game: you don't have to do anything. You could do whatever you want. It's definitely like it's a soft MMO.
So is it going to be kind of like Eve, but just on the sea?
Yes.
So do you have like guilds or anything like that, or clans or whatever this game wants to call it?
No,
Nope.
Not really. That would be cool though.
It's a soft MMO. So like there's a lot of people playing, but you don't have to do what everybody else is doing. Maybe you want to be a deep sea treasure hunter.
Yeah.
So you go do deep sea treasure hunts. And then Brady's going to go and fight bandit caves and loot their treasure.
Yep.
Meanwhile, I'm going to go out and I'm going to just shoot down other people's ships. There's so much...
Yeah, you could be like a pirate hunter if you want. You could follow people and watch them kill other people and then take them out.
Now, is there... Because everybody is a pirate, correct?
Yep.
I mean, you don't get to choose to be...
Yar har tiddly dee, living the life of a pirate's for me. Do what you want because a pirate is free. You are a pirate.
That's it. Yeah, there's no like officers or...
Well, I meant like you couldn't choose to be the faction that's hunting the pirates.
No.
There are no factions.
You could role play that. Like...
That's what I meant by like, you can
crew.
do that if you want.
You could be a dick that attacks... You could get a galleon, which is the big 3-mast ship.
Everybody knows what a galleon is, Brady.
Not everybody. I thought it was
I want a schooner.
You thought it was a ride at Adventureland?
I thought it was a jug of milk, gallon.
Oh my god!
But and then you could go attack the sloops, which is a small single mast ship. And if you're that person, fuck you. I'm just trying to get gold by myself, and then this 4-man group kills me for no reason.
You had gold, Brady.
I had literally had nothing. I was just
So what happens to your ship, like, when that happens?
Oh no, my
do they-
it
schooner!
just
Demolish it.
sinks, and then
Now do you have to replace your ship with...
no, that's the good thing is you just go. There'll be like an ethereal floating mermaid, and you go and hold X, and it returns you to your ship.
And then
you're
you
good to
can
go.
choose a different ship if you wanted to?
No, but you can customize yours, so you can do different like figureheads or sails,
Sail!
different paint jobs and stuff. It's fun.
It's
But
an
everything-
Xbox. It's a console seller.
Everything is
So
so,
how is
expensive, though.
How is the... Because I'm assuming that the sea play is the big...
Oh, it's great.
the big main seller, but how is, like, if you're going to those caves how is the hand-to-hand and actual on-land stuff?
Fun. It's pretty arcadey. There's no like center point reticle when you're shooting, so you just gotta aim really well. The sword play
Is it
just
first person or third person?
first person. And you got emotes and like if you don't have a mic, there's communication lines and stuff.
So could
But having a mic is, I would say, is required.
Well,
okay,
yeah,
so
if you want to
can.
be,
Is
really,
it proximity or is it party?
Both. Proximity. Once you get closer to people, you can hear them. We come in peace. We come in peace. But then you can't hear them because you're shooting them to death. And it's cool. Like if
Take my blunderbuss.
if you want to sink somebody really quick, you got to shoot right at the water line of their ship, so it
The water gets in their
punctures
ship.
through into their lower deck. And then once that happens, you have a very small amount of time to choose to either keep fighting or stop and repair and bail water.
Oh yeah, and you actually have to bail water.
Yep, and you can drink grog, which is just beer, and eventually you get so drunk you start to puke, and once you puke on people, you block their vision, and you can also puke into a bucket and throw it at people. It's great, and it's the best being drunk in any video game I've ever played, because you can't control where you stumble, so you have to like predict and aim to where you want to be. I fell off of like a 400-foot cliff. I was wasted.
And then you got wasted.
I know my friend Katie got it, and she just got her tonsils out, so she's kind of all fuckered up,
Yeah.
and it gave her seasickness. And I told her she should message Rare and tell her, like, your water is so good, I got seasick. And that is the thing, is the best water in any game you've ever played. It is picture realistic, beautiful. And like, I made the mistake of setting my anchor in the middle of a storm, which will capsize your boat. And I went down with it, and just the churning sea during a storm was so beautiful. I'm like, God, this is great. Then I started to drown. You can get eaten by sharks. There's a kraken in the game.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I haven't found it yet, but
It'll find you.
oh, probably.
All of a sudden, you'll just see this giant tentacle come flying over
Well,
your
it's like
ship's bow.
a super loud, deep whale sound, and then like I've heard it before. I'm like, oh, I'm just a single person. I gotta go.
So, like on your boat, you're the only person, or do you have kind of AI crew?
No, you can either choose to be alone, or you can go into a light matchmaking. It just assigns people,
Okay, so
but you can choose to be on a sloop by yourself. It's hard to. You're either sailing or you're fighting because there's only two cannons, and you got to adjust the sail. You got to adjust the pitch of the sail so you can catch the wind and the speed. And you got to anchor. It's pretty labor intensive. And at night you got to turn your lanterns off so you're not just a bright moving target. It's really fun. It's one of the funnest games I've played in a long time. Like where I'm sitting here, like I don't want to play anything else because this game is out.
So that's kind of... I haven't had a game like that in a long time to where I mean, besides that I'm playing WoW again, and I'm actually having fun just leveling up some low-B warrior to try and get a couple videos for us on our YouTube channel, but also because I want to try and attack some of the old content with just a single character and just see at what level I'm able to do it.
Yeah.
While still having a hard time. Because right now, my level 106, I can just go in there and push one button and kill all the bosses. And that's not fun anymore. It was fun when we first hit 70, and I'd have to go in there and kind of remember the tactics of the boss a little bit because...
Yeah.
But
I like doing that in
You know
games, going back and killing bosses that give me a hard time when I'm like this shiny golden god of death. It's like, remember me?
Now, when does God of War come out? Has that
4/20
420?
or April 1st. It's one of the funny dates in April. I
It's
think it's
4/20.
the 20th, yeah.
Because we were talking about Weed Day.
Yep. I did want to say one more thing about Sea of Thieves.
Go for it.
I saw an article where they're saying it's a incomplete game. It's a waste of time and money.
Well, their mom is an incomplete game and a waste of
I'm
time
like,
and money.
there might be more things they could have added and maybe will, but it's still a blast. Like just
they
the
plan
fact,
on adding a shit ton more.
yeah, just the fact of having a full crew of 4, which I wish it was like 6 or even 8. But I'm
I think
sure
that-
Why not 40?
infrastructure-wise, that would probably be hard.
I think
Big
gone
tax on their servers.
Gone are the days of a game being 100% done
Yeah.
and shipped out.
But the thing
ready
is,
to
the
roll.
stuff it has in it is super fun. Even just getting from point A to point B is fun because, like, a lot of the times I stayed on the front of the ship on the big, I don't know, it was some pirate word I'm sure for it, but the big pole that sticks out of the front of the ship.
Mm-hmm.
And I was watching for debris in the water and the front masts, making sure they were up high enough or down low enough in the right orientation to catch the wind. And that was my job, and I just did that and navigated some, and it's fun. It's so much fun.
That would be pretty fun. And speaking of that, I think we're going to head into our last little topic here. Maybe last little, who knows? We'll probably tangent. But Far Cry 5.
Guaranteed.
And I did listen to one guy who was talking about all the different Far Cries leading up to Far Cry 5. And I don't know how I feel about it. Maybe I'm just easy to please. Because he talked about, whenever a new game comes out, you want it to be a better iteration. You want it to push the boundaries to...
Be your money's worth.
Yeah, sometimes I agree with that. Other times it doesn't really matter to me.
It's like, if it's just more of the same, like Call of Duty wise.
See, and that's where I don't mind.
Yeah, me neither, because I know it's going to be good.
Yeah,
It's just
because
gonna
I know
be-
I like it. I know I enjoy it. It's a recipe for success.
Yeah.
I mean, now if it's basically like an Assassin's Creed, I still like them because the locale is different, the story is different.
And they
But
usually add new things to
yeah,
it.
and so there's different things. So I don't know, because he talked about how Far Cry 3, Primal, and 4 were roughly all the same. Had like the same 7 things, a beautiful open world.
Yeah.
The
Who
go-
is this
the-
person?
I don't know, some YouTuber that I was
Okay.
just listening to his potential downfall of Far Cry 5
I
being the
think
same.
I watched that video too.
And maybe it was only about 10, 15 minutes long. But from everything I've seen of Far Cry 5, it's not going to be the same as Far Cry 4, just because there's going to be a lot of different things. They got rid of the mini map, which I really like.
Yeah.
I think that's cool because I find when I play Grand Theft Auto 5, I'm just always looking at the mini map. I'm not
Yep.
noticing the world that's around me. Like I'm zipping a car down, whatever Sunset Boulevard,
Yeah.
aka whatever that is in GTA 5. But I'm not noticing the road. I'm looking at the minimap to see which road I need to take a right or left down. And I think that's really cool. They got rid of the towers, which is really great.
Yeah.
So that way, the way you find out about quests and different locales and information about the place is you're talking to people and you're looking at signs.
Yeah, because I remember in 4, there was one bell tower I had to liberate, and there were no doors on it. They were all broken and sealed up. And I was like 20 minutes walking around like, how the hell am I going to get up? I tried hang gliding on top. That killed me because I just rammed into it. And then I had to get on GameFAQs. It's like, oh, yeah, there's a ledge you can jump to if you break box. I'm like, I didn't know they were breakable. So I'm glad to hear that's gone.
Because I think they said that you have one mission where you go and you do like the first tower, but then they're like, oh, don't worry, you're not going to do this again.
Oh, nice.
So if you go to the tower, don't go up the tower until they actually give you the quest to go up the tower, or else you're just going to walk all the way up or climb all the way up and then
I have a pretty view, but
Yeah.
nothing else.
And vehicles, you're going to have
Yes.
fully fledged. You're going to have helicopters, biplane, or I don't know, biplane or plane,
Just
some
prop planes.
form of plane.
That looks so fun.
The thing that I am
And it's a crop duster.
super looking forward to is Cheeseburger.
What?
He's a bear that you can get.
That's a bear's name?
Yeah, the bear's name is Cheeseburger.
That's amazing.
But he doesn't actually eat cheeseburgers because apparently they don't agree with him. But you do feed him salmon, and then he becomes your friend. So it's something like a kind of Far Cry Primal, I believe, in that kind of having the tree and all that kind of jazz.
Does he live in paradise?
Is Hope County Paradise?
Cheeseburger in paradise.
Thank you.
Jimmy Buffett, the best musician ever. No question.
I don't know about that.
Well, it doesn't matter. I saw, what's that big, huge, like armored semi with machine guns mounted in it?
Yeah, you can do semis. You can do... So the vehicles are a lot more than in Far Cry 4, I believe.
Yeah.
There's also a lot of nods to Far Cry Primal, Far Cry... The previous Far Cry entries, which I like a lot. Because this one is, what they said was a standalone, so it's not really within the
World.
same... Yeah.
Because I played the piss out of 4. I beat it last month.
And that was the one with, what, Pagan Men?
Pagan Men.
I played that one, and I got the one achievement where because can't you just sit at the table right at the very beginning of the game?
Yeah.
And I just sat there, and then we became best friends.
And he's super truthful, too. He's like, you just sit here, enjoy the crab ragoon, and then we'll go get your mother's ashes. And that literally happens, and the game is over. Okay. Did you beat the game?
No.
Oh, okay. I might go into spoilers, so if you haven't played Far Cry 4.
If you haven't played Far Cry 4 yet, then...
I sided with there was a brother and sister. I forget her name, but I sided with her. I killed the brother, and I let Pagan go. Because you can either choose to shoot him at his dinner table, or... he's like, if you let me live, I'll help you give your mom's ashes back.
Well, isn't he like the least of the three evils, basically? Like, he's bad, but he's not as bad as the others?
He is the present evil. He's the one doing all the bad shit that is noticed. But the other two, one of them has plans to bring Kirat back to, super religious roots.
Now, isn't that the brother?
Yeah. And then the sister is going to opium fields and sell drugs and make money. I should have killed her, too. And then be the king of Kirat. And then Pagan was just like, I'm just gonna go in my helicopter, see ya. I mean, yeah, he's a horrible, terrible person, but I'm like, yeah, you go. You're somebody else's problem now, not mine. I have to go not get attacked by a tiger. And I played a little bit of Primal, some of it. That game's, it's pretty tough, because you don't get, in 4 you have those injectables where you can just see all the enemies and all the animals around you.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm pretty sure that's not in that game. You just feel a lot more vulnerable because there's no city sounds or vehicles. It's just once it's nighttime, you're like, you either find shelter or you have a torch or you're gonna die, because that's when all the big stuff comes out. It's a super fun game. I think a lot of people, it went over their radar, unfortunately.
The thing that, because we were talking about the Amazon special, that was just a half an hour or 45 minutes, something like that.
Yeah, half hour.
And I would like a game that, because the movie was really nice to just give you that sense of coming into a place that isn't under any normal kind of law and order.
Yeah,
it's under these three brothers or the
Joseph,
family.
Jacob, and John Seed.
And
John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt.
John Cena.
But it gave me this kind of feeling of when you watched it that, I mean, you were coming into a place that, even though you're in America, you're not. This isn't the America that we know, or that
This is isolated.
It's isolated. It's under the control of somebody else who doesn't really care about any law and order.
Yeah.
And so I wish a game would kind of And I don't even know how you would accomplish that and get that kind of feeling to where you're coming in and you're very vulnerable.
Yeah.
You're going in for, but
There's a big hill to climb.
Yeah, and
to get to the end.
But you always know the game is made for your success.
Yeah, but it should be a struggle.
Yeah.
And a challenge to get there.
The other thing that I do like is that depending on how you attack all the 3 different seed brothers, that there will be different things. So you'll go get higher on the radar the more you do in a certain area.
Yeah.
So it'll become harder and harder to
Yep.
progress in that area. And
And
I
you
kind
have
of
to
like
back
that.
off and go try another one.
Yep. And so I kind of like that
But
aspect of it.
yeah, I've noticed like a lot of people are like, well, it's going to be just like 4, like you said. Like if the core gameplay, the way it handles, is like 4, I see no problem with that.
And I think those the changes, like the no mini map, just finding out information from
Yeah.
talking to people, I think that's really cool.
It's like if it's not broke, don't fix it. And I
Yep.
don't think 4 was broke at all. The story wasn't the best, but 5 looks like it's ramped up to be pretty.
Yeah, the story
Crazy.
looks really good.
You get to kill religious zealots. I mean, that sounds fun.
Yeah, it looks really awesome. I'm really looking forward to getting a chance to play it at some point. I did say on an earlier podcast that I had this game reserved. I had to unreserve it just because money's tight right now, so I couldn't really afford to blow the money for it right now. But I'm really happy that Colts are in. Like, bring it, more Colts, more Colts,
They
more
are
Colts.
fun. Very fun.
It's a lot better than zombies. Zombies are
Well, they do have a zombie DLC or something like that.
no.
They are zombie-esque in the way they follow the cult leader.
And
No.
then there's also like a DLC where it's going to be on Mars or something like that. But that's
In Far Cry 5?
yeah.
What does that have to do with religious zealots?
Guys,
know.
there's a cult on Mars.
I have a really cool special place for us to go, AJ. Xenu's waiting.
Is it like a commune?
Did you say Xena?
I said Xenu.
Oh,
Oh, Scientology? Sign me up. If it wasn't so expensive.
Brady's into it.
That stuff's
He's all
fun.
like, "Yeah, I'm getting all into it." LRH and OTLs and all this other shit.
Dude,
I'd be so afraid to-
Scientology's just extreme pretending. He's like, yeah, I can heal myself. I'm OT6. Yeah, I had a cut. It took like 3 months, but it's gone now. I did that. I healed myself with my thoughts.
It took 3 months. That's funny. Like I got a cut and it healed like in a week or two.
Brady has cancer.
I gotta go get re-audited.
Yeah, you do.
It shouldn't take 3 months.
You need.
I'm
to,
turning you in, Brady.
You need to tell people what is wrong with you, and they're gonna write it down and they're gonna use it against you in the future if you ever leave the
you're,
church.
You're sounding kind of like an SP over there.
Are you a suppressive person?
Maybe.
Oh, I like it.
I know.
I
too
like
mu-
a little.
I know too much about Scientology not to be Scientologists.
You know, it's funny. I do know a lot about Scientology just because, like, it interests me. The idea that people bought into it, literally bought into it, interests the shit out of me. So I've read, like, the people like Leah Remini,
That one. Yep.
Like I watched the Joe Rogan podcast where he was on, or she was on there. That was a really good one. He also had David Miscavige's dad.
Whoa, really?
on. Yeah, it's a really good one. So because he wrote a book about
Oh,
his
wow.
son,
I'm interested now.
Oh, that sounds kind of fun.
and but yeah,
Going Clear on HBO.
Going Clear is a really good
Very
one.
good.
I knew we were going to tangent.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Cults, Far Cry 5.
I mean, of
Scientology.
course we were gonna tangent, but I like the idea of instead of like, hey, we're gonna go into indigenous country and fight indigenous people.
Yeah.
Now we're going into fucking Montana and murdering Americans.
Yep.
That's the way video games should be.
I think it's going to be a great story. But going back to Scientology, I would love, because we don't have any churches around here.
Nope, I've checked. We
Nope.
have none.
I think it would be really interesting to go just to see what a service is like.
It's not a service. Like you go in there and you do.
Well, but I mean, they
You-
have to
you
have some
pay the
kind of
money.
congregational something or other.
No.
That's
That's not
weird.
the way it works. Like, everything is done on your time
And
with your
dollar.
money. Yeah, on your time and your dollar.
If you want to get your thetans read, like your first audit, it's like what, $1,500
Sometimes they do the first one for free
to get you in.
To get you in.
Dude, I would totally let them audit me. That'd be kind of fun.
I wouldn't.
I mean, it might break me mentally, but it's a challenge.
I just don't want to hold two metal cylinders and talk about how I might want to put a guy's dick in my mouth.
Well,
Is that technically bad?
let's
by
go
them?
deeper. How in your past life? How did you feel about that?
In my past life, I do believe that I took two dicks in my mouth.
Two.
Two.
All right. Well, it's moving. The needle's moving. I can see it.
The soul inside of me is
Let's
screaming to get out.
Let's talk more about the dicks. Were they?
Depression is fake. I've bought into it. I'm done taking these pills.
Yep, that's
These
it.
pills aren't real.
That'll be.
Do you know what else isn't real?
That'll be $3,000.
Oh.
Give us your money and all your problems.
Steve, could you lock the door? We take check.
Hey, so I've got to go to the bathroom real quick.
Oh, okay. Oh, does anybody see AJ? He owes us $3,000 and a vial of blood.
Is your name Peter Griffin? You just have like a magical blimp somewhere.
If you think that's bad,
I think that's one of my. I think that's one of my favorite episodes when he just keeps on crashing like the plane, the Hinden Peter, and everything.
Yeah.
And Moses is like, "Where do we get the money for all this?"
dude, Family Guy is actually pretty funny.
Yeah?
It's not just pretty funny, Brady.
It's kind of funny.
I don't know. Didn't it really grind your gears at one point?
I clap because I get it.
You did that backwards.
I know, but still, it's good. Anyway, so, no, Scientology is ridiculous. It's scary. It's scary to me. Like, just because of all the shit that I have seen and read about it, like, that's genuinely frightening.
The thing just that is odd to me, after having like Going Clear, Leah Remini, and a host of other people who've come out of Scientology, and knowing that they have these places where they send people for their reconditioning.
Oh, yeah.
That how are they not being investigated?
You can't investigate religion.
Sure, you can.
No, you can't.
If there's physical crime happening of like
Religious
imprisoning people,
freedom.
They have a crackpot team of lawyers too.
yeah. Well, and that's how they got their tax-free status, is that they basically just inundated the IRS with tons of lawsuits until they just were like,
Until
"Right,
they were
fine."
like, fine, go the fuck away.
They even
They
infiltrated
literally
the IRS.
did what kids do. They sit there and ask you a million times over until you're like, you know what, fucking kid? Have the fucking sucker, you little shit.
I just
Instead, we gave them tax-free status.
I wish they'd bring Sea Org back.
Is it?
No, it's still going.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Are they like? Do they still have a boat?
Yeah.
That's how.
The
Sea Org-
USS LRH.
That's how
Sea
L. Ron
Org
Hubbard
is like the
stayed
tippy
out of
top,
jail.
dude.
Oh, is it?
Like, Sea Org's still a major big deal.
Is
Like,
Tom Cruise Sea Org? Because I know he's
no,
like
he's above Sea Org.
Oh, because he's like almost. He's either OT7 or full clear,
He's
He
like
is not full clear.
isn't it? Oh, that's
Nobody's full clear. The only person that was full clear was LRH.
and
What
I'm
about
assuming
David Miscavige?
I'm assuming David Miscavige will, when he rises to the next Thetan level,
Oh yeah.
Well-
When it's getting stale, he's like, I think I'm clear now.
he's like, well, he died. He gave up this mortal body, and he is now into the OT whatever. 14.
OT Infinity.
Cue Inception
Dude.
music.
You think DLC or microtransaction EA games is bad?
Wait till you get to Scientology. They fucking nickel and dime you for everything.
Yeah.
Gotta take a shit? That's a hundy.
I just like how.
Would you like to buy the toilet paper expansion?
I just like how.
Or are you going to use your hand?
$60 a flush.
Like
I'm gonna use 3 shells.
that.
How does that even work?
Whatever
Sorry,
the
David.
souls were imprisoned here, but they were destroyed by nuclear weapons.
Dropped into volcanoes and then nuked.
Yeah.
But in eons past, wouldn't they have had something better than nuclear weapons?
No, that's like the ultimate destroyer.
I know.
I know lasers are pretty cool.
No, like honestly, as far as we can think of of destructive things, nuclear weaponry. Oh, I'm sorry, is that me?
What about the Mac cannon from Halo?
That's not real.
What about the Halos?
Why wouldn't you just drop them into the sun if you didn't want them to stick
Then
them in a
they-
big ball of fire?
They couldn't have. Actually, the sun's a ball of plasma.
Thank you so much.
Then the alien spirits couldn't get into people. And then you couldn't have people give you all your money. Their money.
What am I hitting?
I think it's just shaking something that's down there. But you can't have more than one thetan on you.
Oh yeah, you
could
a
have-
bunch.
Many thetans.
That's just way to like
Many
yeah.
thetans. Left side. Even side.
Your auditor could be like
More
oh,
dots, more dots,
shit.
more dots.
You're gonna need a lot more auditing.
Less thetans.
Has to be
That's
weird
a
if
50
you're...
thetan minus, you fuck.
It has to be really weird if you're, giving yourself love and there's a thetan on your wiener.
Give yourself love.
I've never heard masturbation discussed that way, but that's how I want
That's
it.
incredible.
Hear
I'm gonna
it
say
all the
that from now
time.
on. I'm loving my pee-pee wiener rub.
I'm giving myself love, KJ. Leave me alone.
That's great.
But anyway, so Far Cry 5, I think it looks wonderful. The graphics are wonderful looking. The story idea looks really great. I'm not wholly into this zombie. Why does everything have to have zombies?
It's easy.
You know what I'm really
Well, it's just
surprised
like the
is that
horde
they're not
mode.
putting a fucking battle royale mode.
That's
in
what I
it.
was just going to say. It's just like the whatever the multiplayer of the day is. type
Whatever's
thing.
hot is in. It has to be in every fucking video
And
game.
now we'll also get Battle Royale mode with zombies on your iPhone.
Hey, I actually just downloaded PUBG onto my phone.
Was it good?
I don't know. I haven't gotten a chance to play it yet.
Well,
I've heard-
I can't do any worse on the iPhone version than on the,
Then in real
on the
life,
console.
I've heard Fortnite runs the best, but that's just like one person saying. So
Yeah, because I've
Don't
seen
listen to
seen
me.
videos where you can tell the person is playing on their phone because they'll like shoot and the person just kind of danced around
Yeah.
and then killed them.
dance around a cookie cracker.
Far Cry 5, I mean, looks fun.
Yeah, I'm really interested in it. I'm
The one-
not as buffed up about it as I originally was back
Yeah.
in the day, but
It's unfortunate it's only 2-player co-op.
yeah,
And the other thing is that it's not whoever what am I'm trying to say? Whichever game you jump into, the person who's hosting is the one whose progress is pushed forward. So, like, if I jump into
Oh.
Brady's game, my game doesn't also get pushed forward. I'm just like a NPC
you're
that's
just
helping
there
you.
enjoying the ride. But still, that'd be fun. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
I need help with this base. Jump on. The one thing that I might be a little concerned with is the setting. Like, yeah, Montana's beautiful, but I mean, of all these other settings that are tropical islands or like Nepal-esque Kirat that are, what's the word? Just more extreme than what we're used to over here in the good old U.S. of America. I mean, that's a very minor gripe. Like, oh, it's big, huge, beautiful forests. Boo.
I don't know. Montana's a really beautiful
Oh, yeah.
state.
I'd love to go
I
there.
think there's enough there to really support, because like you got cave systems, woods, you got
Plains,
yeah, you've got everything that America has to offer
pretty much.
in one state.
The big old sky.
And Donald Trump in triune form in the Seed Brothers.
Yep, pretty much.
Fuck Donald Trump. My match starts in 38 seconds, by the way.
Wait, this is a live play-by-play, AJ.
Live play-by-play of me playing PUBG here.
Coming up next, we got AJ on PUBG, and now we've heard from our sponsors.
Blue Hole or whatever that blue something.
Blue Apron?
No. The
Blue-
people who make
I have
PUBG.
a blue hole in my
Oh,
butt.
the blue hole. Yeah, how unfortunate. Better than brown hole, am I right here?
Oh, yeah.
And there are not many games that I'm looking forward to coming out, but there are a few that kind of catch my eye. And basically, it's only because most of them the date is still to be determined. But Spider-Man.
Oh, yes.
This
I
is the
can't
first. This is
wait.
the first action or superhero game besides like Deadpool and Wolverine, Weapon X,
Ultimate
or whatever.
Destruction, yeah. The Wolverine game was freaking great.
Yeah, because it kind of took the story of the old man Logan and all that kind of stuff, and that was a really good game. But and
it
also
was
had the
violent as hell.
violent, yeah. So I
Could
mean,
rip people in half.
it was nice to actually have an M-rated comic book game
Yep.
instead of stupid just movie tie-in that has awful plot.
Or you
terrible-
hit him and like dust comes off.
Yeah. So this game, that game is kind of catching my eye for something that'll be fun.
Are anybody looking forward to the is this still March?
Yes.
March 27th Destiny 2 update?
Yep.
Me too, actually.
No.
I am.
I haven't played Destiny in months. I also really haven't touched my Xbox or anything like that in
Yeah.
about a week or so.
Well, get out. You buy Sea of Thieves. We'll go plunder the depths together, you har. How's PUBG going over there, AJ?
I'm still floating. It runs better on my phone than it does on my Xbox.
That's the Samsung difference, ladies and gentlemen. Let me tell you. You pay for the whole seat, but you only need the edge.
Okay, I'm now down on the ground. I'm running towards some houses.
He has a look of extreme concentration on his face. He's a battle-hardened gamer.
I'm hard, all right.
Did you drop into the airport or
No.
just some random house?
I tried to go somewhere off the beaten path.
Oh, you big pussball!
Well, it's better than just dying.
That's how you get better.
But you don't get to play. It makes you calloused and hard and cold and calculating.
That's right.
You know how many times I've died? Oh, he's biting his lip. Things are getting pretty extreme over here.
Do you
Ants.
have a weapon yet?
Yes.
Do you have a backpack?
No.
Do you have a cool helmet?
No.
Well, then the game is over.
I have pants, though.
He's in the battleground going against unknown players. It's going to take him a fortnight to get any weapons.
I already have weapons.
Oh,
Do you have an M16?
I have a gas mask.
oh my goodness.
I
What does a gas mask do?
stops you from smelling other people's farts.
Well, that is useful in whatever Pripyat or whatever place the Russians have dropped you.
Is that what this game's supposed to be about?
I think so.
I don't know.
All I know is that you get a chicken dinner if you win. I don't understand that, but
Because it rhymes. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. One-way ticket to Flavor Town. That was a good joke, wasn't it, guys? I didn't bumble that up.
I am within the circle. Actually, I'm like in the center of where the circle's going to close. So
Oh, perfect. Stay
I'm-
there.
yep.
Hunker down.
make sure you have more than just a pistol.
No, I have a full auto something or other.
What a development, folks.
Are you able to switch your gun to full auto?
I don't know.
Isn't it just
I haven't figured it out
you
yet.
can in Battlefield 3 and 4?
Oh, wow. That's helpful.
I just picked up smoke grenade. Oh, backpack.
Oh my god.
Let's fucking
You can
go.
put all your books in there now.
Oh,
War books.
I think that my phone is going to die before I get to see anybody.
Well, that is just how the cookie crumbles, ladies and gentlemen.
Now, is this going to be tied to your Xbox account, or is this just standalone?
No, this is actually tied to my nothing. I'm playing as a guest right now, but it ties to your Facebook account.
So I paid $29 for it on Xbox, and I could just play it for free on my phone.
That is correct, Jim.
It's for free?
Stupid.
All right, so I have a UMP9 and a pump-action shotgun.
Oh, man. Lead's going to be flying like geese migrating during the winter down south.
That's great, Jim.
Gonna just send you back down to the D leagues of announcers.
It's been a while. I've been recovering from a stroke. I'd appreciate.
All the thoughts and prayers.
Yep, all of them. Every single one out there. Do it now.
Do Scientologists pray?
They pray to LRH.
Let me
to
tell you,
take
everybody
away their
prays
pain.
when they're having sex.
Oh, God.
Oh, God. Oh, man. That's why you listen to 30 Narrative, ladies and gents. Oh, my goodness.
Somebody's shooting him.
No, that was me.
He's shooting somebody.
Blah, blah, blah.
Oh, I got a kill!
Nice. Live. Kind of.
Give me your box of shit, you cunt.
That reminds me.
Color commentary. Very colorful tonight.
There was John Oliver was on a show in England, and he was taking his son around England, just showing him some of the sights because he's just kind
My phone died, folks. I got a kill, though, which is good.
Fun while it lasted.
But somebody, like his kid, likes to say hi to everybody, and so he said hi and bye to somebody as he was walking in and out, and the guy was like, "Oh, he's a happy cunt, isn't he?" And he's like, "Oh, that's great. You just taught my son a word which will come back to haunt me when we go back to America, where that word is not as adorable as it is here."
I would love to go over there and just say cunt a lot.
I mean, I say it anyway.
Yeah, but it's out in public and nobody's going to be like, the C word? No.
I do remember my mom freaking out. Like, she was like,
good
you never say that
heavens.
word. And I was like, what, cunt? It's not a big fucking deal. You're putting too much tax on that
It
word.
sounds like a cough.
Cunt!
Or like, yeah. Well, anything else you want to add about Far Cry 5? Why is it called Far Cry? Is it because of the engine of the original game?
Well, actually, so Far Cry was originally created under the Crytek engine.
Yeah.
So it was created to show off the engine. So they're like, oh, what are we going to call it? Well, our company's name is Crytek, so Far Cry. Funny story about Crytek. So back in the day when they first created their engine, they did it on all pirated software. They bought one copy of the software and then distributed it to the entirety of their company. So they actually got sued and went under, but because the engine was so good, they made enough money to be able to pay their lawsuit and come back and make Crysis fuck your computer.
That's just a modern American success story. That's why you should play Far Cry 5.
I am the Napster.
Yes, you are, David.
I'm the Napster.
Because that's the Italian job, the American version. Because what's his name, Seth Green, was like, I am the real Napster.
Oh, I forgot.
Because the kid who actually made Napster pretended to, in the Italian job to steal Napster while he was sleeping at his computer.
Oh.
Come on, we watched this together, AJ.
It's a fun movie.
It was like 15 years ago, but we watched it together.
It was 15 years ago, David.
I remember
was like 10.
the cool car chase. With
Maybe
all the
9.
Mini
I
Coopers.
don't remember what happened a week ago. Me and Brady were talking about what our earliest memories were, and I told him I can't even remember what the earliest memory I have is. I honestly don't. I remember wearing a Super Mario Brothers 2 shirt. I think I had that when I was 6. I don't remember much about it, though. Except for it was my favorite shirt to wear. I mean, clearly, favorite shirts is something that's, like, grown up with me as I've gotten older. Because I have a shirt that I always just like to wear. Like, I wore out that Metallica Ride the Lightning shirt. Didn't help. Every time I went out to eat, I spilled sauce on the chair.
I do
No
that
matter what.
all the time.
So, I mean, I'm in an existential crisis here, people.
You
I
got-
need...
You got a cool Cuphead shirt, though.
I gotta Google something, and I've gotta Google it now. So, my name has been AJ. It is no longer AJ, but it has been AJ.
I think my name's Brady.
And my name is David.
All right, and I'm going to go Google shit. You folks have a wonderful night, and thank you for listening to 30 and Nerdy. Before we go, though, we have a community Facebook page. If you want to join up, we're in there. I talk to people. I say welcome whenever somebody says thank you for an ad. You're welcome. Welcome.
And it doesn't matter if you're not 30.
And it does not matter if you're 30.
Brady's actually 19.
Yeah,
Or would I say 17?
I'm young and chipper and ready to fuck.
You're a young buck looking to fuck.
Yep.
Anyway, so if you want to come in and talk about whatever, I know that I check the group page anytime somebody posts something. I check it, I read it.
I posted about Sea of Thieves.
Yep. So, I mean, if you really want a way to be able to hardline directly to us, this is the page to do it. And it's called the 30 and Nerdy Official
I'll look it up right
Community.
now. Yes, that is it.
And I
30
think
and
we'll
Nerdy
have to,
Official Community.
one of
And-
us will have to post in there if you guys would like us to talk about something or attempt to talk about something.
Yeah, give us topic ideas.
Yeah, because clearly we're just running on fumes here. We are... The way that we record anymore is I hook up a tube that feeds into the living room, and I have somebody run a car outside and just filling this room full of carbon monoxide gas, and we just talk about whatever comes into our trippy little minds.
Yep.
So, really, we need your help. Please, we're going to kill ourselves if we don't get new topics.
If you don't give us topic, the blood is on your hands.
Our
Humble
blood is
listener.
on your hands, dude. The blood is on your hands. The blood is on your hands, dude.
Are you on the square?
I'm on the level.
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Ah, you fuck. Oh. Anyway,
Looks like
that a
Brady
re-
doesn't want to make a deal with the devil.
Is that a reference?
I'm going to swear right here, right now, before the devil.
Oh, okay.
Ghost. Square hammer.
Yes, I know. It's a song.
Brady doesn't like it. He thinks it's a mediocre song.
You do not like
Compared to their first and second albums.
compared to their first and second albums.
I don't know.
Well, actually,
I think Square Hammer's a hitter, dude. It slaps.
it does. I like it. Plus, I enjoy the acting of Papa Emeritus when he's in like the theater and he's like, just the pantomime that he has when he's doing the video. Just
Yeah, he's fun. I like him. He's a good
It's
guy.
a fine song. It's like chocolate's really good, but it's not my favorite kind of candy.
What about chocolate starfish?
And the hot dog flavored water.
uh,
Chocolate starfish and hot dog flavored water. Break that beat back. Whoa, that's Rage Against the Machine.
Yeah.
I'm mixing my new metal here, folks. It's the carbon monoxide.
But anyway, this has been 30 and Nerdy.
Good night. Good day. Get used to it.
You are the only healer.
Lee, run to the center.
Yum.
Mogris, run to the center. Forsyth, run to the center. Sarp, run to the center. Isis, run to the center. Whatever
you
the
guys
fuck
can
you do,
still
do not
live here
stand
and
next to
do
other
this
people. Mogris, center. Just heal me. Lee, do not go away from the head, Lee. Go away. Okay, DPS, slowly. Come here, you fucking cunt. Touch the tail.
I don't know if you want to stand there, Clon.
Well,
Crushing was
Yeah.
fair and turret.
who the fuck was that? Crush him! What the fuck? Whelps! Left side! Even side! Many whelps! Now handle it! Fuck!
We got 2 healers though.
That's a fucking 50 DKP minus! What the fuck was that shit?
The priest.
If you stand in the right fucking place, there is no way you are going to fucking get into the goddamn whelp, whatever fucking spear, tail swipe, whatever the fuck Okay?
I kind of.
It's like one in a fucking million! From the fucking North